my classmates, Reverend Hampton, for being in service on this morning. Another cashmere ram in the house. We give God praise for your presence, Brother Reverend Kevin Hampton. We give God praise from A.Pt.1, Kevin Hampton. You probably know him from Memphis, and you go through your situations. A.Pt.1, Kevin Hampton. We thank God for you. That was a shout out 2 times, so make sure your seed represents that. Amen. God bless you. I'm just playing. I feel so good this morning. God is getting. I think that other mic went out because God got something special with this mic. While you're standing, turn your Bible to the book of Acts chapter 1. I'm looking back to see what's going to happen. They told me something's going to pop on the screen and you get the word before you. Acts chapter 1. Look at verse number 9 and 10. Acts chapter 1, verse number 9 and 10. And while you're looking for the text, Acts chapter 1, verse 9, 10, and 11. Let me give you the title of this morning. We're going to go this month into a mini-series called After the Resurrection. Today is part 1. After the resurrection. See, what do we do after the resurrection? Everybody woke up this morning. Everybody woke up today with an after decision. What do I do next? What do I do after? What's my next move? And if you're not asking yourself these kind of questions, I don't know how you're living. If you're not asking yourself, what do I do next? What do I do from here? Do I quit? Do I start over? Do I just stand here and glaze, whine, and complain? Waiting on God to do something. After the resurrection of Jesus, all those following Jesus had to make a decision. What do we do next? What is our after? Where do we go from here? What do we do next? When the last time you asked your children, what do we do next? Come on, man. When the last time you had a real conversation with your spouse, what do we do next? What's our after? Jesus did what he said he came to do. Everything Jesus said he was coming to do and accomplish, he came, did, and accomplished. He wore the t-shirt, did that. But what do we do after the resurrection? Acts chapter 1, verse number 9, 10, and 11. After he said this, he was taken up before their very eyes. A cloud hid him from their sight. Jesus gone, but not gone. They were looking intently up into the sky as he was going, when suddenly 2 men dressed in white stood beside them, saying, "Men of Galilee, why do you stand here looking into the sky?" So take your seat and let's declare after the resurrection. After the resurrection. After is a word that is defined by a period of time following an event. A period of time following an event. Every event in life, good, bad, in between, has an after following it. Unless you're dead in some kind of way, you floated in here in the afterlife. All of us have an event that we have an after that follows it. After you woke up. After you got up. See, we all experience daily a bunch of events, but the question is, what do we do after that event? Good, bad, or in between? See, last Resurrection Sunday, we ran out of seats. That was a great thing. That was worth celebrating. That was a good thing. And I pray that every church experienced a marvelous Resurrection Sunday. But I'm always thinking about the Sunday after resurrection. What do we do next? What do we do after that? After the party, what do you do? After the promotion, what do you do? After the divorce, what do you do? After the loss of a loved one, what do you do? After you've been lied on, talked about, and mistreated, what do you do? After an event, what do you do next? After Resurrection Sunday, what comes next? Because you do know the Bible does not end at the resurrection. You do know that being Christ-like is not based on just the resurrection. That is a turning point, but not the ending point. You don't get to resurrection and stop. Well, let me real quickly recap the resurrection for those who may not be sure or certain, or those who need to be re-informed of the resurrection. Let me give you the resurrection recap. Number one, Jesus was born of a virgin birth. I believe that. I don't care how many friends I have that don't believe that. I don't care how many people out there don't believe that. I don't even care how many of you don't really believe that. I'm having some weird conversations with ministers today telling me I believe some of the Bible.
Lord Jesus. Lord, help us, Lord Jesus.
This woke generation is not going to get me confused. I believe Jesus Christ was born of a virgin birth, and I am very intellectual. I am very intelligent. I am well-read, well-traveled. I know more than most of you know. I forgot more than most of you, but I believe Jesus Christ came through a virgin birth. I'll never get so smart I get dumb. Number two, Jesus was crucified. Do you hear me? He was crucified, laid in a grave, 3 days. But on the third day, with my smart, intellectual, black power self, on the third day, I believe, not believe as if I'm unsure, but I believe without a shadow of a doubt, on the third day, he got up out the grave with all power in his hand. He got up with resurrection power. I believe, and can't nobody talk me out of it. I believe my Lord and Savior got up.
That's right.
He got up.
He rose from the dead. I believe.
It's in the word.
Because I believe that. There are 4 quick points I want to pull out of that. This is not the text. I'm just giving you the right frame of mind to receive the text. And I promise you, we won't be long today. 4 quick points that I want to pull out of the resurrection of Jesus. Number 1, Jesus overcame death.
Yes, he did.
Number 2, Jesus got up.
Yes.
Number 3, he got out of there.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Number 4, he did all of that to fulfill the promise of resurrection power.
Yes.
Let me say it one more time. Number 1, Jesus overcame death.
Yes, he did.
Number 2, he got up.
Yes.
Number 3, he got out of there.
Yes.
Number 4, he did all of that to show and fulfill the promise of resurrection power.
My God.
Amen.
My God.
So what lessons can we learn and follow because of the resurrection? Let's plug them back in. Number 1, we can overcome all things.
Yes.
Oh, you missed that.
Yeah.
After is defined what comes next after an event. Following an event.
Yes.
So if Jesus overcame death and we are Christ-like, that means we can overcome all things, no matter how difficult, no matter how hard, no matter how cruel, no matter how big, no matter how strenuous, no matter how stressful, no matter how many people come against us, no matter what comes against us, the fact Jesus overcame death, and he overcame death, so you and I would know we can overcome all things. Is there anybody in this house and you had to overcome